heartbroken, very heartbroken. It's a second home.
When Jacqueline Aguilera heard the place she works at, Mott's Building Materials, was on fire, her heart dropped. This job is her happy place.
They care about you. You're not just a number, they care about you. You start off as a cashier and you work your way up, and they see your hard work and they recognize it.
The FAR Fire Department responded to the store right off the expressway shortly after 11:30 this morning. When they arrived, the building was fully engulfed. They've been working ever since to put it out completely.
It's a 100,000 square foot building that still has a roof on part of it, right? And so as we continue with those streams that you can see, they're hitting it from the top, and as part of the roof collapses, you can see that fire will come up.
Surrounding homes were evacuated as a precaution, and Ramirez says it's unknown if any additional properties suffered damages. But for some in this community, the damage is already done.
This is something crazy. It's big tragic. That was our favorite store because we were remodeling our house, and that was our store where we will get our supplies.
According to authorities, nobody was inside the building when the fire broke out. The cause of it is still under investigation. Mott's Building Materials posting this message to their Facebook page, saying in part, "It hurts to see their home up in flames, but they're thankful no one was hurt."
I just pray for the family that maybe it was a blessing. It was on New Year's Day that there was no employees. So I hope everything turns out okay for them.
Monica de Anda, Channel 5 News, this weekend.
This is the new beginning.
Celebrations as Cameron County gets its first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. Valley Baptist Brownsville's chief medical officer, the recipient.
And I see this as the new beginning. This is the new beginning of the era. It's not the end of COVID. It's the new beginning for Cameron County, Brownsville, and the whole U.S.
Physicians leading the battle against COVID-19 joining him. A cancer survivor, Dr. Beverly Zavaleta has a deeper understanding of what the shot means.
They suffered from having their treatments and surgeries postponed due to COVID-19. So having a vaccine is very important.
The dose is important, symbolically and medically, warranting a police escort through the door and into the lobby.
These 6 stations at Valley Baptist Medical Center are where staff are actually going to receive their vaccinations. The reason this area was chosen was because it's a more open area and a little bit safer, so everyone can feel a little more comfortable.
Excitement from experienced professionals to new staff fresh out of school. An unexpected learning opportunity for some.
Normally at a vaccine clinic, you would see like the flu clinic, you would see people rounding up, right? And we couldn't do that due to the 6 feet.
A light at the end of the tunnel, but the tunnel's still long.
This might not be the beginning of the end, but maybe it's the end of the beginning, which means we still need to all be doing the practices that we've learned so far.
In Brownsville, Rudy Mireles, Channel 5 News at 6.
Here at Veggie Market in McAllen, business is finally starting to pick back up again after having to close early most of last week due to power outages. Today, it's business as usual inside Veggie Market. But last week, this small family-owned business was without power for several days as the valley experienced record low temperatures.
We were forced to close the business at that time because we can't process the transaction.
Some days, the power went in and out, forcing them to close after only being open a few hours. Other days, there was no power at all.
Profit went down, and it's kind of bad also for business.
Thousands of dollars lost in 1 week. A hit for this small business and its loyal customers who were desperate to buy seafood and meat, even if it meant paying in cash. But Carlo Casimiro says they couldn't even do that.
You have to weigh it. So when you weigh, you have to use the electronic stuff. So it's really hard to just guess it. I don't think it's gonna be fair for customers or for us.
And when power was finally restored, they got a surge of customers, most looking for produce. But since deliveries had been canceled,
it was like limited stuff, limited food. We can't sell a lot. So, and then the power went off and on. So, it's kind of a little bit bad.
Yesterday, the deliveries they were expecting finally came in, allowing them to restock their shelves. And just a few days ago, President Biden approved a major disaster declaration for Texas, making low-interest federal disaster loans available through the U.S. Small Business Administration to businesses and residents in 77 counties, including Hidalgo and Cameron.
Businesses, they may apply for up to $2 million for physical damage and $2 million for economic injury. That will be losses if they had to close their business for a few days, and they can get that money that that income that they didn't receive due to the disaster.
Encouraging news for businesses like this one that are trying to bounce back. Monica de Anda, Channel 5 News at 6.
Of youth hockey players, they are rollerblading the strip now. They can't practice at the ice rink, so this is a fun way for them to keep their skills up. And 13 Action News photojournalist Jose Saenz caught up with the players.
I miss hockey very much. I want to go on the ice. I'm very excited.
So we were just walking down the strip last week, out doing some exercise, saw a bunch of people riding bikes, rollerblading down the strip, and we thought, hey, what better time and when else are we ever going to be able to do this? So we invited some of my friend's hockey team, a couple kids, just to join us and come out, and in less than 2 days it grew to this huge group. They went from seeing each other 5 or 6 times a week at the hockey rink, and now this is the first time a lot of them are seeing each other in the last 2.5 months.
I've only got to see my friends on calls. We'd usually on Zoom, and we'd usually do training and exercising to get us better.
To be able to do this on the Las Vegas Strip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It's really fun to rollerblade it because you get to see all the buildings up close, and you never really notice a lot of stuff because you're just driving by.
Being able to actually see them and how excited they are to even be doing this, not even be out on an ice rink, is something pretty cool. It's a good, safe way, while still social distancing, to get the hockey community back together. We still haven't gotten back from the answer from the government yet on when we can reopen officially, but we're preparing. Right now, everything's getting ready, and it should be a few weeks here.
Our community coming together to show support for Officer Shea McAllen. Stoney's Rockin' Country hosting a fundraiser for him. Officer Shea was shot in the line of duty. 13 Action News photojournalist Jose Saenz takes you there.
Shea loved this place. He loved coming here and having a good time, so he can't make it tonight, but I guess I'm going to have a good time for him. Thank you, guys.
Tonight we're here at Stoney's Rockin' Country. This is in honor and for Shea McAllen, and all the proceeds are at the door, and also for the t-shirt sales that we're selling are going to be going to Shea and his family to continue to help him in his fight and his rehab efforts.
It's just unbelievable, all the support we've had. He's hanging in there, fighting every day. Every day is a challenge for him. But he's in the right place right now.
Again, for us, it's just very, very personal. Thank you very much for coming out.
It's pretty hard because he's out of state now, and we have to make arrangements to get there. With COVID, they're only letting us one in, 2 family members, one at a time. So it's really hard. I'm sure it's really hard for him right now.
It was an opportunity for us to give back to someone who actually came to our club. Shea was I don't want to say a super regular, but he's been here before and come here. And anytime we have the opportunity to give back to the community, we totally take advantage of that. Our goal for tonight was just to be able to come together as a community and show that people in Vegas care about one another, no matter what.
We've been doing some events for Shea to give the community the opportunity to give any donations that they may, which they've been doing, and also to give us, words of encouragement for Shea, to sign a banner that we have for him, drop off cards, things like that. We are very appreciative to Stoney's for sponsoring this.
I always said for 30 years, Vegas is the best city in the world, and this just proves it.
pursuit on the ground. Let the air unit follow. Oh, smash right there. Rolled that car over right in the middle of Temple and Huntington. Hit the car, rolled the civilian car over. It's Baldwin in Huntington.
The male suspect, and look at this.
This is interesting.
He's now using the train tracks. And officers right behind him. They're not afraid to get right behind him on those train tracks.
Now, this is the NBC4 News at 5. As you can see, this is a police pursuit that's going on.
3 seconds ago, that person who was in the passenger side, we saw him or her. If he tries that, his exit's going to be Glassell. Nope, he's going to U-turn on the freeway. Oh, no.
And
going
the wrong
here
way.
on Glassell. Going the wrong way on the 91 freeway.
Driver's side door that's now opening.
Yeah, door is open.
Yeah, it does appear like he is now opening his door. We are using our doubler here so we can get a better look.
I've seen a couple dozen cars, authorities roll through here, sirens blaring.
Earlier this evening, detectives say the victim was shot by a man that he had hired to do odd jobs for him. The shooter is described as a man in his 60s. He took off from that scene before police arrived.
2020 has brought heightened wildfire activity.
Good evening, Oscar. Hidalgo County's latest COVID-19 report shared with us yesterday confirmed 702 new infections.
Starship SN8 has successfully lifted off.
It is a beautiful finish to the day here at the coast. Let me just let you enjoy that view. And you know what? The next couple of days look just about as nice as today.
Here now with VGK analyst Darren Elliott. Darren, how's it going tonight?
My photographer Jose is doing a great job giving us these views. Tells me that this is 3rd Street and Lewis Street.
Do not spark campfires if it's prohibited. Protesters are walking along Russell Road.
Please take care of each other and take care of yourselves.
What was supposed to be a Sunday afternoon spent watching some football and eating some barbecue quickly took a turn when sparks from the grill set the house on fire.
And moving right along, that's helping firefighting efforts. Joining me today, Adam Gerald, a public information officer for the Bighorn Fire.
He'll make his Las Vegas debut at T-Mobile Arena Saturday, February 8th.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for